Icon. Hey everyone, let's try that one again. How are you doing? I hope you're well. Full disclosure, I am not. I tested positive for COVID yesterday, so I currently feel like death warmed up. Doing this video tonight, probably not the greatest of ideas, but it's been so long that I skipped the Facebook Lives because of the whole craft room drama. So now that I've got back into them again, I didn't really want to stop. So we're just going to do a really quick one tonight. I'm going to show you a really super quick but super easy and really useful project. And then I'm going to go back to my bed. So if you hear a lot of coughing and spluttering tonight, I apologize. Don't worry, you can't catch my germs over the video. So if you're here and you're watching, hello. If you're watching on catch up, hi to you guys too. If you're here on Facebook or on YouTube, hello. I'm really glad that you've tuned in tonight. So oh, before I flip round to the good stuff, just want to remind you that the last chance list has refreshed. So there are some last chance bargains that have gone onto the Stampin' Up website. I would strongly encourage you to go and check them out. And there is the incredible sweet sale, which has also gone live yesterday. So if you buy a sweet, you can get a second sweet half price, or you can buy an item from a sweet and get an item from a sweet half price. Some really, really good bargains to be had. Can be a little tricky when you're loading your basket. So if you run into any difficulties, then just get in touch. I'm more than happy to help you. Yeah, cool. Right, let's flip round. If anybody is here, I can't see you, but I am just going to crack on regardless. Let's get some lights on. Right, and again, disclosure from the start, I didn't come up with this idea. Somebody else did. I've seen quite a few different demos make these, so I don't know who did the original idea. But using this set of punches, so this is a trio of label punches, which came out in the autumn, in the annual catalogue. And I'm just going to tell you exactly what they're called and how much they cost, because that would have been something useful to have up before. It's called the Whole Punch Assortment. You get the 3 punches and it costs £22. Hey Julie, glad you're here. Right, obviously there's loads of useful things that you could do with hole punches. You've got a little label tag type one, you've got a 1/8 of an inch hole, and then you've got this long narrow slot. But something which very clever demos have been doing, using them to make these little tags for your ribbon. So if you have reels of ribbon that end up all going all over the place, as many of them do, you make these little sliders so that you can pull out as much ribbon as you need to, and then when you want to tidy them away, you just slide it back round and it keeps your ribbon neat and tidy. And you can use it for all different widths of ribbon. So how do you actually make these things? They are so ridiculously simple to do. So I'm going to start off with, this is just some scrap basic white. And I'm going to cut did I do it as 1 centimetre? Yeah, 1 centimetre strip. Okay, 1 centimetre strip of basic white. And I'm actually going to cut another one because I think I need a longer one. In a second, you shall see why. Let's cut a short one and a long one. So I'm going to do this for, which ribbon is this? The white. This is the white woven ribbon, which is really pretty. And all you're going to do is take your strip of ribbon, feed it through the hole, and fold it over the top like that. Now, I like to kind of pinch it at the top and then pull this bit round like so. And then here, I'm going to take a pencil and let's hold this up to the camera. See this bit here? I'm going to just do a little pencil line. Hey, Ali. Pencil line in the center of that piece there. Okay. Then, using my long slot punch, I'm going to use it upside down so I can see where I'm going. I'm going to line it up over my pencil mark. I'm going to punch it out. Then, I'm going to feed it back through again. My ribbon, I am going to feed from the underside through my slot, like so. Okay. So then, holding it back down the way that I had before, I'm going to bring this piece up. I'm going to get my scissors and just trim it off like that. I want them to be overlapping the top there. I'm going to use my trusty Tombow. Look at that, one-handed. Off a little bit. Put a little dab of Tombow on there. Fold that up. Press it down. And now I have got my ribbon slider. So I can pull the ribbon to have it as long as I want. And then when I've cut off my piece, I can then just slide this along and have it, and it'll hold my ribbon in place. Dead simple. Dead simple, ridiculously effective. Now, here's the bit that I haven't tried yet. My mum has wanted to sort out all her ribbons, and she's like, but I've got some ribbons that are really, really white. Now, the narrow ones, by the way, you can see here I've used the 1/8 circle rather than the long, thin slot. So for your narrow ribbon, just use a hole. Nice and easy. But for a wider ribbon, what would we do? So, still a 1-inch strip, but this is the longer strip that I cut before. Okay, so I'm going to chop off that end bit that was there. So I'm still going to fold it over about 1 centimetre. Press it down and press it round. Then I'm going to draw my pencil mark. I'm not worried about this being perfectly straight, but you can see there, I've got my pencil mark. So now, let's use my punch to punch out. There we go. Give me a longer slit. And then exactly the same as before. Feed it through the hole in the center. Feed it through from the bottom through the slot, like so. Right. Let's put this back down into place. Let's pull this over. As before, I'm just going to cut off the excess. And then a little bit of Tombow. Hey, Shona. Hope you're well. We're making ribbon tidies here. Don't worry if the Tombow goes around the sides, okay? Because all you need to do is just move your ribbon slider and then rub off any excess Tombow that's ended on there. There we go. So now that is a wider ribbon slider. What do you think? Do they look too complicated? Do they look nice and easy? Is this something that you would find useful? I know that my ribbon shelves are looking much tidier now that I'm using these, just to keep my ribbon nice and neat and tidy. And it is so simple. For those who are just coming in, let me grab another. Oh, I've got a ribbon here. Let's just make another one. This one is going to be a little bit interesting because the ribbon's got a fancy edge to it. And if people are looking at it going, Emma, I don't recognise this ribbon. It's not on the website, it's not in the catalogue. No, you can't buy this ribbon yet. This is one that was only for demonstrators. It's a sneak peek in advance of Creativity Now, which is an event happening later on this month. It's a demo-only event. My team are welcome to come and join me at my house and watch it. And we're going to get sneak peeks from the autumn-winter catalogue. I know it seems far too early to be talking about Christmas, but this is a new ribbon that will be coming out in that catalogue, which I'm very much looking forward to. Right. Poke out my slots. Put it through. Important thing is to remember, feed your ribbon through the slot before you glue it down. You can, I mean, if it comes out, you can do it again afterwards, but it's so much easier doing it before you glue it down. Okay. A little bit of Tombow. It's not my idea, Shona. I saw it done by another demonstrator. In fact, I've seen it done by many demonstrators at this point. So I unfortunately can't give credit to the original Bright Spark. If anybody knows who it was, please feel free to comment. Love to give credit where credit is due. And there we go. So pull off as much ribbon as you need, cut it off, and then use the ribbon slider to hold it in place. Aren't these so easy? Honestly, they are genuinely so easy. And it doesn't interfere with how you store your ribbon. If you store it on a shelf, if you store it with a rod, these little ribbon sliders won't interfere with that in any way. Okay, guys, this is just a very short video. As I said at the start, I have come down. Oh, well, I've come down with COVID. I am going to finish soon. I'm just going to do the twine version because, again, I saw somebody do this and I thought that's really clever. So you do it in the same way. Need a slightly longer piece than that one. 1 centimeter. And wrap it around the top like so. This one you don't need any particular place to have your hole. So feed that through. And then this. Make sure you don't actually glue the twine to the cap because then that won't work anymore. But, and likewise, you don't want to glue this to the reel itself. You're just like basically gluing a ring onto the top that should still twist round, and then you just twist it. She says, not getting it to twist. I move it slightly up. Made it look so easy on the other video I watched. Yeah, there you go. If it's slightly longer, see, don't do it too tight. That's the trick here, because if you do it too tight, then it won't work. Where did they do it? I think I've done it too tight. See what happens if I twist this all the way around and then put it back on again. That work? That works. Okay, so I need to slip the cap off before I twist it and then slip it back on again. But either way, it's a way of keeping that on. Of course, your other way of doing it is just to cut us a notch in the reel and put it on that way. So, but yeah, so that is using the trio label hole, trio hole punch, and just some spare cardstock to create really neat ribbon sliders for your ribbon and your twine. Stop it going everywhere. I hope you have enjoyed this video. I am going to call it a night there and curl up and go back to my bed. And yeah, thank you for joining me. Take care, everyone. Happy crafting.